So an arrest was made after a Cape Coral teen was. Thanks for joining us here on Wink News at noon. I'm Nicole Gabe. Police just made that announcement in a press conference the last hour. This 16-year-old Thomas Stein is in the Juvenile Detention Center charged with while engaged in robbery. This right here is the victim, 15-year-old Kayla Rincon-Miller.
Yo, what in the North Fort Myers is happening right now? They got this lady out at gunpoint. Ooh, you better get on the car. Uh-huh.
The video you just saw was on Tuesday, March 19, 2024. A few hours later, at around 7:40 p.m., the Cape Coral Police Department arrested one suspect in the unaliving of 15-year-old Kayla Rincon-Miller. I previously did a video about the tragedy, and I will link it in the description if you have not seen it. Thomas Roy Stein, whose date of birth is October 30th, 2007, is currently being charged as a principal to an unaliving while engaged in a robbery. However, detectives know there are others involved in this crime and state that there's still more work to be done. The Cape Coral Police Department detectives worked hard around the clock to catch this alleged suspect and continue to do so to catch the others involved. Based on the evidence the Cape Coral Police Department have, they do not believe the crime was a random act of violence. Thomas, a teen himself, was said to be with others while committing the crime using his mother's rented vehicle. When the alleged suspect was arrested, he was in the car with his mother, and she stated that they were there a few hours while authorities obtained a search warrant and arrest warrant for Thomas. After leaving the road where it all went down, Jessica's home was then searched, and that is when she said she got the details of why her son was taken into custody.
No one deserved that. And unfortunately, if my son was involved in this, then he has to pay for his crime.
Breaking tonight, a mother heartbroken looking for answers after Cape Coral police arrested her son, Thomas Stein, for a 15-year-old girl Sunday night.
Police say Stein used his mom's rental car to ambush 15-year-old Kayla Rincon-Miller and her friends. Police are still looking for 3 other suspects.
That suspect's mom is only speaking with us here at NBC2. Jessica Stein tells me that while her son Thomas is sitting in jail right now, her heart goes out to the victim. She says she's actually not slept since her son was arrested. She was actually with her son Thomas when he was arrested. Let us take you to where it happened. It happened right here on Bay Shore Road. She said she picked up Thomas from work. They were driving down this road here when all of a sudden she was pulled over by police.
And they snatched us out of the car at gunpoint. I had no clue what was going on. They wouldn't answer any questions. They arrested my son. I was held on the side of the road for a few hours. The cops said we were waiting for a search warrant for my home.
Jessica Stein says that was around 4 o'clock on Tuesday. Then, after officers questioned her in the middle of the road, a police escort followed her to her house. That's where our cameras caught this scene, showing deputies searching their home. It's also when Stein found out.
I found everything out yesterday evening when they came here. A detective came out and spoke with me and told me that my son is being investigated for the quarrel.
He slept here Sunday night.
Yes.
Woke up Monday?
Yep.
Normal Monday?
Yes.
Was he acting strange Monday?
No.
Following Thomas Stein's arrest on Tuesday, his mom adds she last heard from him around 3 a.m. when he made a call from jail saying he loves her. She went to court this morning.
Yeah, the judge mentioned a life sentence. So I'm losing my son.
What do you hope comes from this? More answers?
More answers. I just don't know how this happened or why it would happen. None of it makes any sense to me. I'm in complete shock. Everything seems like it's not real. It's really not real.
Stein can't stop thinking about Kayla Rincon-Miller's family, even though she says she hasn't heard her name mentioned before Sunday.
Just my heart really goes out to her. her parents. No one deserved that. And unfortunately, if my son was involved in this, then he has to pay for his crime. And whoever else was with him hopefully will pay for the crime.
Sadly, Jessica is no stranger to her family making major headlines, as her husband and Thomas's father allegedly committed some horrible crimes in 2020. According to the official report, in November 2020, a woman reported that a man attempted to take her while she was out jogging in Naples Park. Around 7:30 p.m. on November 10th, a man driving an older gray van grabbed her and held her in his van, according to the Collier County Sheriff's Office that is located in Florida. Before the woman was able to fight the man off and flee, he brandished a knife, and then he said he would harm the victim if she did not comply. The woman was able to recall the man's face, and investigators created a composite sketch of a male in his 30s with a buzz-cut hairstyle and facial stubble. After the sketch was released to the public, 3 other women would come forward describing a similar incident with a man they recognized to be the man in the sketch, according to the Collier County Sheriff's Office. All 3 women said they were approached by a man in a van in Naples, asking to help him look for his pet beagle. Well, it turns out that sketch was Aaron Bradley Stein, father of Thomas Stein and husband to Jessica Stein. To make a long story short, Aaron's DNA was found on his victims, and before he could get arrested, he left the state and moved to Tennessee, where he continued to commit crimes and carjackings. When authorities finally caught up with him, he took his own life in front of authorities at the age of 36 in August of 2021.
I had a lot of people on edge in our community a couple of years ago. Collier County Sheriff's investigators believe they know who tried to a number of women who were out jogging in the Naples area more than a year ago.
Had a lot of people on edge, Patrick. Fox 4's Collier County Bureau reporter Adam Fisher walking us through how the sheriff's office pieced this together when the suspect was actually states away.
It was more than 16 months ago that an attempted happened in Naples Park. But the Collier County Sheriff's Office stayed on the case after the suspect was linked to approaching 4 more women.
I was running, and then this man that was in the minivan, came up to me while I was running, and he could have potentially me.
That's the 911 call from a terrified woman who says a man tried to force her into his van on November 10th, 2020. The sheriff's office now says that man was 36-year-old Aaron Bradley Stein. 1 year later, Stein's DNA showed up at the scene of a potential carjacking in Knoxville, Tennessee this past fall. It was a match to the DNA found in Naples through a national database.
Certainly it's a relief just for the fact that we potentially have a suspect in the community that's committing these crimes. So when we are able to solve it and clear that crime, we know that that person isn't out there committing any more crimes on innocent victims.
When Tennessee authorities tried to arrest Stein in December, he shot himself and later, through more than 200 tips from the public, the sheriff's office was able to put together a sketch of the suspect, which they later matched with this Florida driver's license photo of Stein.
So now it seems that Thomas has tragically followed in his father's footsteps, but tragically, a beautiful life was lost behind it. As the investigation is ongoing, school started back on March 25th, and authorities are hoping it will lead to more information coming forward about the crime, because it seems that everyone involved were school-aged. As Kayla's parents prepare to lay her to rest, they are too grieved to speak publicly and are concerned about their safety with other alleged suspects that are not known.
For the first time tonight, we are hearing from some of Kayla's family. Tonight, Rachel Whalen is live on Southwest 12th Street, getting their reaction to the first arrest of their beloved Kayla.
Yeah, this family has just been through so much tragedy in their lives, and you can only imagine how hard these last few days have been for them. We sat down and asked them, why do they think that Kayla was targeted? And they believe that this was a crime.
I'm not able to sleep. I'm angry. Like, why take another person's life.
Kayla Rincon-Miller's family is still trying to grasp how the vibrant, outgoing 15-year-old girl is truly gone.
She has a sister, an older sister, so I know that there was a love bond right there as well. So she is a loving family person as well.
Something else that really struck us, the family told us that they saw our interview with the suspect's mother, and they say that their heart breaks for that mom because she too lost a child.
Kayla brought joy and light into the lives of her parents and our older sister, and was just said to be a beautiful soul all around. My deepest condolences still goes out to her family, her friends who witnessed such a crime, and all of Kayla's loved ones. So please don't forget to comment your thoughts and your continued prayers for this family in this difficult time, and that the other people be brought to justice. And also don't forget, hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.